Hey house guests, welcome back to another BB Can 7 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Paul K. Congratulations, Paul. Thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate you being so awesome. And if you also want to be house guest of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. So, let's get into it. I don't know if you can handle it though. What did you guys think of the Kaylin speech at the live show last night? It was a bit much. I thought it was a little bit self-indulgent. I felt like I was at some Mary Kay home party or something. Now everyone, hold out your hands. I'm going to put a little foundation on it. It was a little crazy. So let's have a little recap. Kaylin was evicted by a unanimous vote 10-0. And Arissa confirmed that there is no pre-jury buyback. So she outed the Pretty Boy Alliance to Kaylin. And of course Kaylin was like, I knew it. Okay. Well, the HOH was in progress after the live show ended. The live show, which is taped in advance, but they try and make you think it's live. So the competition was the fan favorite Buzzkilled, which I love. I think it's a great competition where they put this countdown timer up and the house guests can't see it. You can see it. You have to not be the last person to buzz in. There's temptations, blah, blah, blah. All right. Kyra was the first one out. So much for having to win the HOH. They were like, oh, my buzzer, it's not working. Yes, because you were the last one. All right. The feeds return after the show at 9:02. And we see that Dane and Corey and Sam and Damien are still in the game. Everybody else is eliminated. Corey was eliminated next, so then Damien. So it really came down to Sam versus Dane. She says to Dane, you want to play in the double eviction next week, right? Meaning like, throw it to me. And nope, he won it. He took it. There was some technical glitches along the way there too. I think what had happened was there was some have not passes in the house, and the time to go get them was used up, and the grate came down to go back into the house so that they couldn't go in there. And I think that spooked Dane, and he hit his button by accident, so they had to drop the feeds and then bring them back up and like reset. So, because I guess they figured, well, that wasn't fair. I don't know. But right after the competition, Dane said to Sam, you're safe, don't worry about it. No block, no back door. You're cool with me. So, Dane is celebrating with the twins because that's his ride or dies. Well, basically Esty is, but Kiki and Esty, it's pretty much a package deal. So he tells them that they have to win next week to keep him safe because he won this week to keep them safe. So obviously they don't have anything to worry about. He's not putting them up, of course. So Adam and Dane have a chat, and of course he's trying to secure safety for Sam. He's not worried about himself because he's in the Pretty Boy Alliance with Dane, so he's not expecting to be put up, and he just wants Sam to be safe because that's his squeeze. So he said, yeah, alright, whatever. That would have been a huge red flag to me, the way he was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. No. In other news, Chelsea tries to make a deal with Dane also right after the HOH competition. I'll keep you safe, you keep me safe, we'll talk. So then Dane and Anthony, here's the two heavy hitters. Dane climbs on Anthony. They were part to part. I don't know what it is with all the genital to genital celebrations in this house, but it's a bit much. It's really a bit much. So he's going to put up, this is his plan, he's going to put up Kyra and Chelsea. And he's going to backdoor Sam. Even though he just told Adam, Sam's not going up. He told Sam, Sam's not going up. He pretty much has told everybody they're not going up. Not everybody. Alright, so then Dane says to Anthony, right before the vote, Kiki came to me and said, Chelsea approached her with an all-girl alliance plan. And I guess they weren't surprised about that. I mean, because there was some, you know, some murmurings about that going on around the house. So there's more part-to-part celebrations. Esty also jumps on Damien. Actually, her hips were up to there. It was a little bit above his part. So they weren't exactly part-to-part. It was like part above part. That's so dangerous. What if they get a hernia? Alright, Kiki and Esty are actually planning on going through faking the all-girl alliance. Because they gotta play both sides. They gotta cover their butts here. I mean, isn't everybody really playing both sides of the house? Seriously, doesn't everybody in this season have a deal with both sides or multiple sides? Or how many sides are there actually? I don't even know. There's probably quite a few different alliances. So Adam and Sam have a chat. It always surprises me how some alliances are okay and people accept them, but then some alliances are like, oh, we can't have this. This is terrible. This is the Satan's alliance. Anyway, Adam and Sam have a chat. And Dane will keep her safe if she promises safety for Dane and Esty next week, you know, for the double. And they ask each other about girls' alliances, boys' alliance. Sam says to Adam, is there a guys' alliance? Nope. Adam says to Sam, is there a girls' alliance? Nope. Well, the lie detector test came back, and that's a double lie. Whoa. They are still lying to each other. Negatory. Alright, so the feeds went down for the HOH room reveal. I saw when they came back up on the feeds last night, and Dane got himself the cutest little pair of hockey sticks, and he was just so thrilled with these. I guess it's like some table game hockey stick thing, but he was using it to do like a little hacky sack type thing with it. He was having a blast, and I think he actually invited Eddie up to play hockey sticks later on. Alright. Adam and Sam are still living in denial. They think they're safe because Dane said they were. They're actually thinking of throwing the POV. Of throwing the POV. If you're not on the block and you're playing in the POV and you throw the POV, you deserve to go home. I'm sorry. Or if they're playing in the POV and they happen to win the POV, they're not going to use it. Now, I can see that. That's okay. Because, like, let's say one of them wins it and neither of them are on the block. If one of them goes to use it, obviously the other one might go up. So that's plausible. But to actually think it's better to throw the POV when the entire house has been mentioning your name. The entire house. They did the poll last week, and, you know, the whole Kaylin thing. The entire house is mentioning your name, and you are going to throw the POV. What the actual F? Seriously. Alright, so, the plan, according to Dane, as he's talking to Kyra, is you're going up, but you're not the target. It's someone, try and guess, who's talking about starting a girls' alliance. That was pretty much all the girls. Is Kyra thinking like, well, that could be Chelsea, that could be Sam, that could be Kiki, that could be Esty. What's going on here? So he tells them, you need to get in good with the girls. It's almost like he's trying to take them under his wing and scoop them up, and, you know, they'll be at the bottom of Dane's alliance, but at least they'll be with Dane. So Sam and Dane have a chat, and Sam pitches her deal for safety because Adam said you should go and pitch a deal for safety with Dane. Have a sit down. And she said, I will support your noms as long as they're not me. And I'm worried about being a backdoor target though. Are you going to put me up on the block and backdoor me? And he says he doesn't know who he would put up. She keeps bringing the conversation back to, you know, I think I'm worried about being a backdoor target. Do you think you'd put me up as a backdoor? Well, I don't know. Talk about something else. I'm really worried about being a backdoor. Do you think I'm going to be a backdoor target? And then he was like, nope, don't worry about it. You're not the target. He never said he wouldn't put her up as a backdoor, but he said, don't worry about it. You're not going home. All right, in other news, the archive room needs an update. The boxes are getting more and more every few days. Is there 141? Do I hear 142? Do I hear 143? Dane seems to think there's 143, but he's claiming there's 142. I think Adam and Chelsea said that there's 141, so I don't really have confirmation on the actual number of boxes because I haven't actually counted them myself. So I don't really know. Is it even significant? Probably not. All right. Anthony reveals to Esty, who thinks Anthony is amazing. And Esty and Kiki were talking the other day and saying, oh, if we could just be in an alliance with Anthony and make it to the final 3 with him, that would be the ultimate. All right, so his boot order is Sam this week, and then Chelsea and Kyra, I guess in the double, right? Or Chelsea in the double, and then Kyra the following week. Well, there was a whole bunch of jostling around, chattering, but today Adam and Dane are working out, and Adam says to Dane, Chelsea's freaking out. She's worried. And Dane says, I told her she was safe. I guess he actually said to her, you're not the target. I think they had a very short conversation where he said, you're not the target. And, but I told her, no, I didn't tell her. I told Mackie he was safe also. Uh-oh, hot dog. That is a huge red flag. Adam should be like, so lying is okay? Or are you lying to me? But that, I don't think that thought actually crossed his mind. Although I'm not a mind reader like Kaylin, so I don't know. But Adam and Dane also had quite a big laugh about blowing everybody's minds potentially with the Pretty Boy Alliance, or the Peanut Butter Alliance as I like to call it. So it's time for the Wendy's choosings. And Dane really wants the Wendy's delivery guy to be John Party because for some reason, unbeknownst to me, he wants to suck on his finger. That's freaky and weird and ew. But Dane chose Corey for the Wendy's date. And I found out that the have-nots this week are Corey, Adam, and Damien. Yeah. So the passes for the have-nots were hidden in the house during the HOH competition, and those were the unlucky sons of bees who didn't get the passes. So they are have-nots for the week. So, Chelsea and Kyra. Dane told Kyra about the 6 and 7 alliance that Chelsea was planning on forming that did not include them. And Chelsea is confronted by Kyra, and you know how it feels when you've been found out. Chelsea is exhausted. She feels like she's had enough. You know what? I don't think she was expecting everything that this game had to offer. I don't think she's cut out for this game as much as she talks a big game. And she hates feeling like crap all the time. She hates lying to people. She hates disappointing people. She hates making people angry. I think she's having trouble separating reality from the game. I think a lot of people this season are. And poor Kyra is just ready to swoop in and be like, don't worry, I'll take care of you. I'll be your friend. Why can't we just be friends together? Chelsea just wants to go home. She's done. Stick a fork in her. Or is she? All right, we've got some fake news. Fake news. This just in. Dane is saying that Eddie is going up on the block with Kyra. But not really. His excuse was that time that you remember where Eddie was pissed at Dane and said, I'm not Dane's bitch. And Dane is saying that that really hurt his feelings, and he's going to put Eddie up on the block. All right, so Dane and Anthony. These two talk a lot. A lot. And I feel like they are the sub-alliance within the Pretty Boys. This is a very strong alliance, the Dane and Anthony. Dane is still saying that Sam is going to be the backdoor target. I have my doubts. I really have my doubts. I think he's saying that now, but I think production is going to have something to say about it. I don't think they want to get rid of Sam quite yet. So he tells Anthony that Sam promised him and Esty safety, even though him and Esty aren't a thing. But that was the deal that she pitched. They also discuss Adam telling Sam everything, and they agree for the millionth time that they need to stop telling Adam things right away. Or ever. Yeah, good luck with that. So what do they do right after that? They go right back to Adam. All right, so Dane says he is going to totally rip Chelsea a new one in the nomination speech. He is going to out all of her alliances and all her dirty deeds, whatever, during the nomination speech. We'll see. So the feeds go down at 1:45 for Wendy's, and we find out later on after the feeds come back up at 3:05, I heard Corey and I think it was Chelsea and Kyra talking about what actually happens during the Wendy's thing. They don't really have that much time to talk or eat, so I think they didn't talk very much this time. They just chowed down because it's only for a limited amount of time. If you don't eat your food in the designated time, I guess you don't get to keep it. So that sucks. So they said, let's eat. Let's not talk that much. All right, so Dane and Kyra. Kyra's upset. They feel like they've been played by Chelsea. And it seems like Dane and Kyra are working together now, because they are pretty much bad-mouthing Chelsea. Dane is pretty much welcoming Kyra into his group of votes that he has. He doesn't really call it an alliance. It's like people he's got to vote the way that he wants. And I'm wondering, is Kyra actually working with Dane now? Is this for real? And then a couple of minutes later, Kyra's back with Chelsea, and I forget who else was in the room. I guess it was Sam too. They were hanging out. And I'm thinking, is Kyra playing her own game? Their own game? I don't know where they're at right now. Are they with Dane? Are they with the girls? Are they alone and just playing everybody? I'm not quite sure. So, don't talk about production. There was a feeds leak. They were restocking the storage room. 5 production members were in there just trucking the food in. Had the fridge open, the freezer open. They were just chucking it in there. It was fun to see stuff like that. So Dane and Anthony, last I saw, were rehearsing the nomination speech, and it's going to be Kyra. It's going to be Kyra and Chelsea. Chelsea because she made an alliance with every single person in the house, and Kyra because they have a close relationship with Chelsea, and they don't know what is going to happen if they win the POV. So that is where we're at right now. We're waiting for nominations. They should be today. We will post the noms in the bottom of the info box of this video when it happens. And let me know what you think in the comments. A lot went on. It was pretty crazy. So until next time, much love.